My opinion, if you fight for freedom and you're providing freedom for everyone else, you should not lose freedom. Your freedom should be given to you because you're the one who's fighting for it. And if you choose you don't want to take a jab, you shouldn't have to be forced to take the jab. All right, so first off, so everyone here is pretty much familiar with the mandates, right? Okay, so I don't know if you heard, but I was reading on an article, and this one is the Olaine Times Herald. I never heard of that person, or if that is a person, but it's basically about Navy SEALs suing the Biden administration over COVID mandate. Now, here's my thing about it. This whole article essentially talks about how a group of Navy SEALs got together and they decided it is unconstitutional and it was unlawful in a sense to not be given their religious exemption, because there's about over 9,000 soldiers, not just Navy SEALs, but soldiers in general that put religious exemption, and not a single one has been processed or approved in the military. And this whole article is talking about how these group of Navy SEALs got together, they got attorneys together from different states, and they're trying to sue the Biden administration because, my opinion, I think people who fight for freedom should be given freedom. And we all know COVID is a very controversial topic. And to be honest, something people need to expect is in these conversations, there's going to be some controversial topics. There's going to be some fun topics. But my opinion, if you fight for freedom and you're providing freedom for everyone else, you should not lose freedom. Your freedom should be given to you because you're the one who's fighting for it. And if you choose you don't want to take a jab, you shouldn't have to be forced to take the jab. But that's what this whole article is about. And it's causing a lot of controversy because now you have certain people and certain groups saying like, oh, what kind of soldiers are they? Like, they're not even contributing to the fact that this pandemic's going on. They're over here acting all crazy, saying that they don't want, like, well, this is stupid. This is un-American, stuff like that. And then you have other people saying this is wrong. How are you going to force soldiers to go? Well, how are you not going to approve soldiers for religious exemption? And then two, how are you going to force soldiers to be having to take a jab? They don't want to take it. It's their body. It's their choice, correct? If this is going to cause a trigger warning, if other people can say that, my body, my choice, then I believe everyone has the right to say that. But my opinion, and when I saw this, I was like, good. Thank goodness. And not even just the fact of like anything political, but I just mean thank goodness that these Navy SEALs are being true to who they are. And I like to follow military stuff, and Navy SEALs are the exact epitome of strength and resilience. And that's why I say thank goodness that they're showing they are true to that strength and resilience. Meaning if they don't believe in something, they will fight for what they believe in. Take out all the politics, take out all that bullshit. This is just men and women. Well, there's no women in Navy SEALs, but this is just men. But there's other soldiers as well getting together, all that kind of stuff. But this is soldiers who are fighting for something. And you have to embrace anybody fighting for anything that they truly believe in, and anything they are fighting for others. You have to just respect it. So I just give respect to it because that's something people aren't doing anymore. People are not fighting. They're just kind of like dealing with it. And I think if you're fighting for anything you truly believe in, you deserve the well-respect. Your opinions?
I agree. You know, there's always going to be that different perspective or that different, I guess, side of the wall of whether you approve or you disapprove of the vaccine in general. Right now, since COVID has started and shots have been introduced and everything, you see that quite often, whether it's at jobs, whether you're working and you're having to kind of force rules and regulations, you know. Obviously, from there you can see people's perspectives about it. But it does make sense where if you're doing as much as what you need to do in the sense of putting your own life on the line for your protection or for the freedom, however, you know, you want to put into perspective for yourself and for others, you're seen as the bad guy, as the villain,
Mm-hmm.
if you're trying to take that away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if I remember what you told me when you first read the article
Oh,
about how
yeah.
it's taking away even their, what was it, the
So what happens is they get a dishonorable discharge. And dishonorable discharge means like when you work for a company, you get a pension. You at least get something from them when you leave. You get me? Well, it's like a percentage of your income or the percentage of the money you're making. Now, if these soldiers are getting dishonorable discharge just because they won't take the vaccine, that means that all their benefits, their health, their pensions, anything they had to fund their future, their retirement is taken away. It's like you're being fired. You lose all that.
yeah. So I wanted to make sure it was from this that I remember that from.
Yeah.
But it's like at that point you really are like, it's a good thing you mentioned it now, because if you had said it from the start, it would have been completely different. But it's like just that alone, it's basically you have people both young and old in the military that are facing this, this kind of inquiry in the Navy SEALs that either are basically taking away the rest of their life because they're at that old state where they're getting ready for retirement and getting set, to where now it's like, now you've put them back in square one, or the new people that just joined or just got into it and can't see any long-term benefit out of it because of this inquiry. So to me, I just feel like the whole Biden administration and trying to force this mandate as well seems like the villain or the bad guy. Because at the same time, like, I might not be in the military, but I do know people and they have told me their mindsets when they join and as they're in there, and their mindset gets, or like their mind gets basically fucked up quite often, whether it's things that they see, things that are pushed upon them, the way they're being forced, like whatever you want to call it, or whatever it is that you might hear. But one thing for sure is like now adding this on top of it, it's like, hey, now I can't even like what I'm getting, I can't even like save for the future. Or if I don't do this, like now I'm jobless. Now I don't have anything. Now I don't even have like what I would have long term. I only have what's in my bank account right now. And I know there are some people that use their the funds they get from the military to help out their families at home.
Oh yeah, dude. So many. There's 3 people in the military: the true patriot, the person who was only given the military route, and the person who's using military for the tuition assistance.
So literally,
those are the 3 people in the military.
And here's the thing: the way you see is you're fucking up so much for those that are trying to help out families. There's that route. Now you've not only hindered this soldier or this asset, you've now hindered the family. Those that are going in for tuition, now you've affected
Now they
their
can't
career.
really go to college because if they're dishonorable discharge, they don't get the what's it called? The it's like the 9/11 Montgomery bill. There you go. That's the one it is. Yeah.
So it's like, you affect them going after their career as well. So now it's either...
And then the true patriot. Now you're making him question, is America really for him? Should he really stand for America? All those 3 people are affected.
And each one has their own specific route that
Exactly.
will affect and basically, like, like a spider web, just start affecting completely different things. So
There's one thing people need to realize that not many people know. This is a Navy SEAL. These are Navy SEALs who are leaving. Do you know the pipeline it takes for some special operations? And I'm telling you as a person who was training with them and studying them and literally was about to be one. Still kind of contemplating. But with this stuff, I'm like, after this mandate stuff stops, then I'll do it. But as for now, it's like, no. One Navy SEAL, to train one Navy SEAL cost $1 million on average. There are over 600 at minimum, I believe that's what I believe the minimum is, leaving. That's $600 million down
the drain.
just like that. $600 million. And that's to train them from beginning to the moment they get their tridents. Meaning that's from the boot camp, that's from all the Hell Week, and that's from their scuba swim training. That's all their training to the moment they get their trident. That's not even counting the amount of technology and money you put into them from there all the way. Because a lot of these Navy SEALs are leaving, they're like 5, 10, 15, almost 20 years in. These are people who are already trained to the max. These people are like the highly elites. We would need more highly elite soldiers, you would think, right? To have an effective military and to really feel safe, you would want more Navy SEALs. This is common sense. If people don't understand it, hop off right now. $1 million per Navy SEAL. And keep in mind, this is just a story about the Navy SEALs suing. You still have other special operation branches. You have the Green Berets. They're an average of 1.5 million. You have the Air Force Special Forces Pararescue Jumpmen, aka PJs. Those people cost around 4.5 million per person. All these different branches of the Special Forces are leaving because of this. And that's not even counting just your ordinary infantrymen, regular Marines, regular Navy, regular Coast Guard, all that kind of stuff. That's the big issue I have with it. Because not only are people losing the only thing they really had from at that moment, or the reason why they're in the military was to gain certain assistance and benefits, as well as funding. Now, not only are they losing that, but the fact that America is losing our greatest asset, which is our military. They're losing, we're losing, all over not being able to choose freedom, even though you fight for it. That's my issue. And I hope this doesn't, I hope this suing or whatever it is works. Because again, we need these guys. They don't need us. We need them.
I don't know what else to say. I'm like,
jump to the next topic.
Might as well.
All right.
Just to make sure you did turn on the camera.